Hello, Kirsty Lane here. This is day 28 of intermittent fasting and the Bulletproof Diet. I had a 14-hour fast today. That seems to be my baseline that I'm very comfortable with now. No issues at all there. The day before I had a 15-hour fast. I'm hoping to inch forward towards 16 hours at some point, but I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to do it slowly and gradually and get there sensibly. That's the plan. I wanted to talk to you today about how much you've been thinking about food. And the average person, they think about food for 15% of their thoughts are about food. And people who are overweight, they tend to think even more about food than normal. So it might be 20 or 25%. And I was wondering, how many percent do you think of your thoughts do you think revolve around food? Do you think 15 is about right, or a bit more, a bit less? Well, the idea of fasting is that hopefully your thoughts around food are going to become a bit less. You're going to be less obsessed about food, and that's because when you fast, you're telling your brain that you don't need to have food constantly to survive. So you can go 14, 15 hours without eating, and that's fine. And that makes the brain not obsess about what's going in your mouth so much. So you'll be able to use those thoughts, that space in your brain that has previously been used for thinking about food, on other things. You can concentrate better, for example, and not keep on being distracted by thinking about what's going in your belly. All right, hopefully by now with this intermittent fasting, you're waking up and not feeling that anxiety pit in your stomach when you know that you're not going to eat straight away. Hopefully that's gone. It took me a couple of weeks for that pit in your stomach to go away. And hopefully you're just a bit less bothered about food, because your brain knows now that food, you don't need to have a constant supply of things going into your mouth to keep yourself alive, and hopefully it's taken a back seat a bit. That's the plan, and it'd be interesting to know how you get on with it from here. Just keep an eye on take notice of how much you are thinking about food, and notice if it gets a bit more or a bit less. It's interesting, because obviously the more you're thinking and obsessing about food, the less likely you are to be able to stick to a eating plan, for example. And I'm also wondering about your cravings, about if they've gone up or down, how they've been. I am lucky enough not to crave foods. I used to crave foods, but I've got myself out of that now. And how do you get yourself out of it? You do not eat at all the foods that you are craving. It's a complete lie when they say, to subdue a craving, you need a little bit of that food and you'll stop craving it. No. You stop eating it altogether, and after a couple of weeks, you stop craving it altogether. So if you are going through the day craving a particular thing, then and you eat that particular thing, then the craving cycle resumes and goes round and round and round. So if you want to stop obsessing and craving a particular thing, I'm afraid you've got to give that thing up if you want it to go away. All right. There are many healthy versions of things that you can make. So if you're craving cake, then make a healthy cake. I've got some recipes in the descriptions I hope you've taken a look at. I'm going to make some bulletproof muffins at some point, perhaps tonight, perhaps tomorrow. I'll put the recipe link in there. And you can just make healthy versions, or find healthy versions of the things that you're craving. Okay. But it is possible to get rid of your cravings altogether. It is possible to lessen the time that you're spending thinking about food, and to regain a bit of that time back for yourself and for your family and for work, etc. What are we grateful for today? Today I'm grateful that the days are getting longer. Because we've been in lockdown, it's been amazing just to see. It's been a couple of months now we've been in lockdown, and the nights were so short when we first started this, and now waking up and having a bit of sunlight in the morning, it makes a big difference. and just getting out in the sun and having the sunlight in your eyes. Sunlight is very good for eyes. I'm not recommending that you just stare at the sun, but going outside in a sunny day without sunglasses on is very good for your eyes, and just getting, we are designed to live in the natural world. We're not designed to live inside under artificial light all the time. Just getting out into nature and getting a bit of sunlight in your eyes. And top tip, if you have trouble sleeping, then get outside in the morning, get some sunlight in your eyes in the morning, and it helps to reset your sleep schedule. So basically, when you're indoors under artificial light, your body doesn't realise so much that it's the morning. So if in the morning you get out and get some natural light in your eyes, your body realises it's the morning. So by the time it's the evening, your sleep cycle has done a full turnaround and you're more likely to be able to fall asleep. Random. Sorry, bit of a detour. That's fine. Like and subscribe. What are you grateful for?